Canada Day, you all. It's fucking Canada Day. I can't get over it. We're here already. Anyways, we're doing this other Trailer Park Boy Chips segment. Could be our last because we did a few of them, and I wanted to go over this. You see these here? When I attended the Trailer Park Boys signing autograph function at Giant Tiger, I gave out free bags of chips to people, fans of the Trailer Park Boys out in the community, and they got a free bag of their chips for free. Can't get any better than that. And unfortunately, some people didn't want to appear on camera, so it is what it is. And I gotta say is, one person was a 7-year-old kid. She was all excited when I gave her. Actually, it was this one here we gave her. She enjoyed it. We gave it to her. She liked it. And I got to say, she really enjoyed it. And I gave it to another woman who had a stroke. Anyways, I gave her this, and she actually enjoyed it. And all the feedback what I had heard from the chips of the Trailer Park Boys are doing quite well. The feedback seems to be quite positive. But anyways, with Canada Day here we got the Quebec flag, here we are. I couldn't go out celebrating without the Quebec flag because the province of Quebec took a lot of hassles in the past when they went for was it 2 referendums they had when they wanted to have their vote to separate from Canada. They had gone unsuccessful on doing it. And I heard rumors that they're trying it again. But, but I want to show the Quebec flag, and I want to show all you people in Quebec that I stand with you. I got a lot of respect for your province, and if it wasn't for Quebec, I'm going to tell you right now, Quebec is the backbone to our great nation of Canada. So here you are. There's your beautiful flag. It's beautiful. I like your flag. So, it is what it is. I got it here. And a fan gave me these glasses. Do you know what they remind me of? The fucking Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man. That's exactly what I look like right now. But anyways, I bought these chips. I had to get others because, the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs was on. It fucking pissed me off. Edmonton coming back, winning 3 games in a row to tie the series, and didn't they fucking lose in Game 7? And what makes me even more mad about it is that the NHL is all entertainment, and entertainment makes money. Gary Bettman had the whole Stanley Cup Finals rigged so Edmonton would lose, so Florida could win the cup for Paul Maurice, because Florida had been in the Stanley Cup Finals, 3 times in the past, and they lost, so this final time was their golden charm, I guess you would say, and they finally won the Stanley Cup after all those years. But anyways, we were at Giant Tiger. And remember when I told you I had my picture taken with Robb, Mike Smith, Bubbles, and Jean-Paul Tremblay? Anyways, I turned it into a picture frame. If you can see it, there it is. And I'm going to put this on my wall of fame of all the accomplishments that I did, like with my time with the Prime Minister and Justin Trudeau and this stuff. My pictures on the walls with them, and I'll put this on the wall of fame also in my house, so that will be up there. And the autograph that they did for me, I gave it to a fan of the community for free. I let them have it because they knew I wasn't jerking them around. This was the actual autograph that Robb, Jean-Paul Tremblay, and Mike Smith, Bubbles had signed. They took it. They loved it. Because I said, an autograph to me means nothing. This, you can show to your friends and family forever. You always had that. This is stronger than an autograph to me. So I'd rather have this than the autograph. So I gave the autograph to a lucky fan. Now, these chips here. Now, here's a bag of no name. And look at the size it is. For $2, $2.40, you get a bag like this. For $2 and 20 cents. See what I'm concerned with the Trailer Park Boys chips there. I understand that they're just starting out. I mean, I respect them for that, but the chip bag is perishable. That's to match up a little better. And I gotta say something. During, June 11th, the day of the autograph session at Giant Tiger, Trailer Park Boys, where I attended, when I left, I had to go to Dartmouth Crossing. I had to go to Canadian Tire to buy some sneakers. So I stopped at the Dollarama on Tacoma Drive. I'm known for stopping in there. So when I was coming out, this woman, homeless woman, asked me, "Can you give me a drink of water? I'm thirsty. Can you please give me a drink of water? I'm dying out here." So I went back in Dollarama. I bought her a big jug of cold water. Very, very appreciative of it. And I gotta say is that's something what we gotta do a little more often because here we are in another Great Depression starting all over again, and our government's doing basically jack shit, not committed enough to really solve the problem. Because if you want to admit it or not, we're going into another Great Depression. If you don't like it or not, because of the politicians who have been elected, in my opinion, they're not doing very. They're not very committed to the job. What they say there, Tim Houston. I can't stand the son of a whore. I can't. I mean, I don't hate him as much as Stephen McNeil, but he's not that far down the aisle from him. Because I get no see. In my opinion, see, we're not here to talk politics, but I'm going to tell you something right now. In my opinion, party politics is the problem. Why our province is in the situation that it's in. We're in a Great Depression because they're there for themselves. They're not there for the people who elect them. We've seen this problem over and over and over and over and over again happening and reoccurring because they're there for themselves and they're not committed to the people who elected them in the first place. And now we're on the edge of another Great Depression again. Actually, I was in Dartmouth today. I was in Dartmouth. All kinds of fucked up stuff happened. It's all fucked up. I came out of Dollarama at the superstore in Eisner Boulevard, and a guy seen me with the Quebec flag. He said, "Why in the name of God are you doing a Quebec flag?" And I said, "Well, after all the horror shit that Canada and Quebec went through with the referendums throughout the years, why would we not include the Quebec flag to show the province of Quebec that we stand with them and we want you to remain a part of Canada? I respect this flag. I got a lot of respect and admiration for these people. That's why I got the Quebec flag." And what was it? Oh, at the event, Robb Wells, he asked me a question. He said, "Adam," see, he asked me a question. I was totally brain dead when I walked up to him because I didn't expect Robb Wells, he was going to recognize me. And he did. And he treated me quite well. And I got a lot of admiration and respect for that. And Robb Wells asked me, he said, "Adam, what do you got going on the films?" And I told him, I said it right now, I took a few steps back from the film industry because I'm helping a friend out who's home fighting cancer. And I remember when I said that, Mike Smith, Robb Wells, John Paul, oh my God, they're all happy that I bowed out of the film industry temporarily for the time being to help a friend out in need because he got cancer. He's doing quite well. He's listening to what I told him to do. I said, as long as you listen to the doctor, you should do fine. Because they said, don't do what my mother did. Don't go there thinking you know what you're doing. Don't go there disregard what the doctor told you. Because they told him that's what killed my mother because she didn't listen. And because of that, we know what happened. But anyways, Robb Wells asked me what I was doing in the film industry. And I said I bowed out because I'm afraid of mine was fighting cancer. But I didn't tell him that I was looking at focusing on doing stories on paranormal activity. You know what this here is? It's a K2 meter. It picks up paranormal activity, spirits, ghosts, dead people pretty much. And now here it is, I got it going. See that? If that light turns orange or red, it means you got a spirit in front of you. You got paranormal activity in front of you. And that's what I'm gonna do in my films up in the upcoming real soon. And I gotta say is I use this. It did go off a couple times. I believe I might have been talking to my late grandfather because I asked him, "Is this who he is?" I asked him to touch the thing, and the light went off a few times. And I asked him what he was feeling over there. Is he happy, sad? I said, if you're sad, hit the light twice. If you're happy, hit it once. It went off once. He's happy. This is what I'm going to start focusing on. This is what I'm going to do next in the film industry. My film editor, unfortunately, he's noticed that he's going to retire from the film industry because at the age of 64, he decided I'm going to bow out. He's going to retire, do other things, because he said, Adam, right now, I got stuff for my grandson moved in my house. He said, I got to deal with him right now, personal issues, and I want to put my time on there, which I understand in his age. When you run a business, you have to be an acceptance of people when they decide enough's enough. We're going to move on to other things, which is understandable. But he had stated the real reason is because not only personal issues of his grandson moving in with him, but he had stated that the last time I was involved in films and was when we did the Hellenbach segment back in 2014. We did the odd practice video on YouTube, like with Star Trek, Dukes of Hazzard, and onwards. He said, other than that, I didn't do anything. And they said, I would much rather retire. And I said, I understand. And I said, the film industry is not an easy industry to be in. It can be hard because there's a lot of pros and cons in it. And I said, especially when you're at the independent level like ourselves. The professional level don't like the independents working, because when you're the professional, when they're at the actor union or the production union, whatever you want to call them, they don't want the non-union guys to compete, do better, or become more noticeable against them, because you're becoming more noticeable. They don't like that. And I came across that the moment when I started. And I gotta say is, you gotta respect people's decisions when they decide to move on, and I decide I'm gonna do that. Question of the day. All right, we have a question from Melissa from Dartmouth. These questions are from people who had came across me in person and people who had sent me emails with questions on email. If you want to send me an email, there's my email address. Feel free to write it down and send me a question if you like. All right, and I'll answer them best I can on my segments like this here. Dear Adam, how come we do not see you much in short films and videos from you as of lately? Well, that question is, so like I said earlier in this video, I was helping a friend out in need who has cancer. Me, I'm a lot like my mother. There's a story with me and my mother, which is a true story. It's gut-wrenching. It's heartwarming, but that's just the way we are. And I rather put my focus on somebody who needs my service now than later, because I rather see them progress, get happy. See, when a person got cancer, they need all the happiness, all the warm love that they can possibly get, because that's what heals them up. And that's why I'm with them. And that is why you don't see me in the films as much. But I am going to come back. Like I said, I'm going to do stories with paranormal activities. I did a story, a podcast on paranormal stories on the ghosts of Elvis Presley. I told stories that fans told, what they interacted when they went to Graceland, when they came across this Elvis impersonator. I'll tell you a story right now. What happened? A fan attended Graceland back in 1982 when Graceland opened. It was 4 years after Elvis passed away. He said he encountered this Elvis impersonator come up to him. He said, this guy was fucking spot on. I said, this guy was fucking, this is that here. He said, how can that be? He died. So after I said, this guy was talking to him in the fucking flesh. That's what fucking spooked him, above all. And he said, when he left, he was gone just like that. It made no sense. He just turned around and he wasn't there no more. So when he was done touring Graceland for the day, when his tour was up, he went back inside. He said, I want to speak to the person in charge here. He said, something just fucking spooked me and I want to address it properly. So it's, no? All right. So they said, what was the issue? He said, I came across an Elvis impersonator. He said, did you guys have an Elvis impersonator on the grounds of Graceland take? Because obviously you think there would be one just to get the Elvis fans all excited. And they looked at it and said, no, we do not. But the problem is, this allegation came back a few times with a few fans saying, we had this guy that was a dead ringer to Elvis that looked just like him. He was talking to us in the flesh, and when we turn around, bam, he's gone. What's going on here? So the person at the Graceland Mansion. It's at Elvis's Graceland Mansion estate. We'll have security. We'll go around the Graceland. We'll look for some crazy who maybe dress up thinking they're Elvis, just fucking with the fans. And we're going to get to it. So they did. Never found anything. They said they went through Graceland right thoroughly, all the hidden closets, everything where Elvis would go. Even up the stairs on Elvis's second floor where nobody's allowed to go because out of respect for Elvis, because that's where he had his heart attack, and that's where he basically was pronounced dead on August 16th, 1977. But he had stated there was no Elvis impersonator hired that date to interact with the fans. And ever since that day, people got all spooked and said, what the fuck was this? And basically what they're saying is they came across Elvis Presley in the flesh after, when he died 4 years after his passing. So those are the stories I want to do. I'm going to get more gadgets like this because I like stories like this. But the reason why I'm not in the film industry right now, this question that Melissa asked me, is because I'm helping an old friend in need. But that's the real reason why. Question number 2. From Troy, from Moncton. I liked your short film called When You're Fucked, You're Fucked. But can we see more of it? Because the character that you played reminded me of Mr. Leahy, John Dunsworth. Well, I'm going to tell you something on that. John Dunsworth was a guy that I used to work for. I respect the hell out of him. We had our disagreements in the past. But to tell you the truth, I was not copying off him. That was me being me, bringing his character alive. That was me doing the voice. Hey man, what you doing, man? There's no liquor today, boy. Let's just get all fucked up today. That was me just fucking disguising my voice so I can bring a character to life. Because I don't want to be something that I am in person. I want to separate myself from the character. And that's what I did. I made a character out of it. Will Swearing at Trailer Park Boys ever use them? I don't know. I don't even have a name for them. So I just play with the character. It's a good thing they don't ask me my name because I don't know what the character's name is. So, but that's why I did that video. And if you want to see more, I have ideas I can do to bring that character alive. There, question number 3. Next question. Dear Adam, who is this from? Mike Lorette? All right. From Unknown. Dear Adam, will we ever see you on Trailer Park Boys? Because it makes sense for you to be on their show because you and your personality just seems to fit with Robb Wells, John Paul Trombley, and Mike Smith. Well, I would have to agree with you on that. And I'm going to tell you something. You're not the only person that told me that. I was asked that many a times. I'm going to tell you right now. There has been talks. I had went to them about being on the show. I went to them, last month? About filming in my backyard because there's a lot of stuff that you can do. And what's the name? It wasn't Swearing At in some studios. I was talking to them. Anyways, we're connected with Swearing At and Trailer Park Boys. And they said they'd talk to their film locations manager and likely Robb will probably get a hold of me. But when that happens, who knows? I could be on the show. But I do agree that it does make sense to me to be on it. But who knows? I could bring that character that I did. What is it called? When You're Fucked, You're Fucked. That character on their show. Because my opinion, that character is probably big enough that it can replace John Dunsworth. It can rate his character, let him rest, and we can fill that empty void spot. All right. Is this our 4th or next question? From Josie. Dear Adam, your Dukes of Hazzard fan videos done really well in the numbers. But why do you think they done so well? Well, I want to tell you the answer to that. I know it. I know how the fans of the Dukes of Hazzard works. I'm one of the original fans of the show. That is my top show that I enjoy watching. When I did the Dukes of Hazzard fan episode, my first episode, I was breaking in 800 viewers, which is pretty good. Second episode, 1,000. Third episode, 1,200. Fourth episode raked in, was it the 4th and 5th and 6th episodes are raking in 47,000 viewers. So that was it. It did really well. And the show my fan episodes caught the attention of John Schneider, Catherine Bach, Ben Jones, who played Cooter, and no, Sonny Shore didn't get a hold of me. But anyways, John Schneider, Catherine Bach, Ben Jones got a hold of me. They liked it. They loved it. In the past, I had heard from Jimmy Bass. He played Sheriff Roscoe before he passed away. It was for a function. He's besides the Dukes of Hazzard, Jimmy Bass Roscoe was an artist, and he did that off the side. And I was supposed to buy a painting off him, and he wouldn't release it for out of what is it called? Donate. You know, he won't donate for free. He wants the money. But that's what we're talking about. And his wife, Dorothy, got a hold of me first, and Jimmy Bass took over from there and basically had Roscoe on the phone. There he was on the phone, just an ordinary man. But he was never that goofy sheriff that you see on TV. He was actually quite serious. But did you know, James Best, remember Burt Reynolds? James Best was Burt Reynolds' acting instructor when Burt Reynolds started. A lot of people didn't know that, but it was it. All right, our final question. Dear Adam, when you worked with John Dunsworth, what was he like in person, and did he ever drink, and did he ever really love Randy Bobandy in real life? John Dunsworth was a good man. He had mental health issues, personality traits, because like I said, you don't know what John Dunsworth you're getting sometimes one day for the next, because that's from the disability. I don't know if you ever were open about it, but that's what I seen when I was with him. And he was a good guy to the best of his abilities. Did he ever drink? He never drank an ounce of liquor ever. Maybe a social occasion with friends and or Christmas and stuff he would have, but never an alcoholic, never drank. Was he in love with Randy Bobandy, Pat Roach? No. He was never a homosexual in real life. He was straight as an arrow in real life. A very open-hearted person to help people in need. And I guess you could say I took that over when he passed away. But anyways, it's Canada Day. We're going to get this all fucking celebrating out of the way here. I did the questions of the day. We did the, we gave some lucky fans free chips. Quebec flag. My Wall of Fame, Robb and Mike Smith, and my next video with the on paranormal activity. This is actually a K2 meter. It's the real thing. Nothing fake about it. See? When that light turns red or orange, it means you got a paranormal activity standing in front of you. But anyways, happy Canada Day. What do I want to? Oh yeah, I was supposed to say this before we go off the air here. Here on Canada Day, my concern with Canada is the direction that we're going in with the federal election looming. I gotta say is, all you young voters, you can vote out Trudeau, you can put in Pierre Poilievre, all you want, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Nothing's going to change. If you're thinking that the fucking inflation crisis is going to go away, the cost of groceries, living's all going to come down to normal, you're in for a mistake. It's not going to happen, because I'm telling you right now, what you see right now will still be an issue when Pierre Poilievre goes in, because he's going to say anything to get his arse in that office. Me, I'm skeptical about him. I'm unsure of him. I don't say I like him and I don't like him. I'm just saying that I'm skeptical. I'm unsure. And I strongly advise you, it's better to stick with the devil you know than rather than the devil that you don't know, because at least you know what you're getting. It doesn't matter if Trudeau's in or if Pierre Poilievre's in. What you see now will happen when Pierre Poilievre, if he gets in. But I got to say is, the reason why people voted Justin Trudeau in 2015 was because of the weed. They wanted the weed, and Stephen Harper wouldn't legalize the weed. So they voted out Harper, and in comes Justin Trudeau. Suddenly, when the pandemic comes around, Justin Trudeau's a hooligan. If Justin Trudeau didn't bring the restrictions in, he's a hooligan one way or the other. He was big enough to get the vaccine made, get it out, get it available to us Canadians. So in my opinion, I think Justin Trudeau did a fine job of representing our national country at the national level. And I got to say, I strongly suggest that you reconsider Pierre Poilievre before you vote for the guy. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking with Trudeau. I don't care what you think, but it is what it is. But it's Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. And we'll see you on our next segment of Trailer Park Boys, when or whenever that will be. Somebody told me that today Canada Day. I'm going to sing the song here before you. All right? Oh, say, can you see? Bonner, oh no. Oh, Canada, our freedom for thee. Canada, for thee, ran. Somebody told me it's Canada Day. I sing it a song. Who's just coming up the driveway? Otis, look. I'm Adam Conrod from Adam Conrod Films. Look, we're ready to offer you a contract to sign. In fact, we'll even pay you. Contract? What do you mean, contract? But we had complaints from last week. You did a segment where you were shooting. Adam Conrod Films, what's that? It's those people with your camera crew and you follow me around and you look a documentary sort of thing? Gun. We don't care that you prefer to have a gun. Myself and the others, producers of Adam Conrod Films, are asking that you be more considerate with the community around you when you're shooting off your gun. You're shooting at a... What? I never shot nobody. What are you talking about? I mean, you're going to get somebody killed if you're going to use that gun careless. I got chips from 2 weeks ago from Trailer Park Boys. If you want them here, have them. But chips, lunches. You give me this. Liquor, right? Give me this for your liquor, right? So I want some fucking liquor. I'm fucking drinking. What do you got on the liquor range? Aaron? I heard of them driving her. Remember anything? What goes around comes around. I mean, look. It's Canada Day. Look, I got you that Canada Day cake. It's part of our deal. You want us to sign on with you. You want us to pay you to do more of these segments. We'll do it. But we got to ask you to be more considerate with your gun. Oh, Canada, need a land, hatred, love. Happy Canada Day, fucker.